We are live at the U15 division of the Winter Box League. Welcome into the broadcast booth as well, ladies and gentlemen. Here it's Pro Caliber Media. My name's Tino Farah, continuing to bring you all of this action for free, might I add. The series is 2-0 here in the U15 division. Oh, a big hit right between the penalty boxes. Wyatt Dolson gets right back to his feet, and he'll go up into the offense. White playing with a little bit of an edge. There have been some trades that were made ahead of this game as well, as Elijah Vendrasco, the starting goaltender for Team White, makes his first save. 28 saves through 2 games for him. But we've seen the two Church boys find themselves onto the same team here. They'll both be suiting up for Team White. Madden Church comes into this game with 9 points over the 2 games. Hudson with 5. And we'll see what they can cook up together. Speaking of, here is one of the Churches. Madden. Dish to the perimeter, and that's off the mark of goaltender Jones Richardson, who gets the starting goal for Blue. 25 saves for him through 2 games played so far. Waiting near the bench. Blue will dish around Nathan Heath Watkins. Now the righties are going to go to work. Mason Streeter got it to the corner. He wanted the return pass from Owen Chung. That didn't come. Chung still looking for his first point. He's got 3 loose balls, and well, why not give him one more right there? And Blue doesn't really want to pressure too much in the early goings here. Bit of a chess match to kick things off. Hudson Church with a deflection. That goes wide. He looks for brother Madden, and that pass also took a deflection. Now Harding will collect, keep possession in favor of White. Harding gets it back again. Under 10 to shoot. Down to Church. Spins off of his check. Heath Watkins. Church on goal, and Richardson went down to his knees. Now Church gets an extra shove in on Mason Smith, but those two will separate. So neither team really wants to press too much. Just want to get back to the defensive zone. Both Church boys are going to defend here. Spinning through, a shot on, but Vendrasco kept the stick down. Couldn't find the rebound on the first chance, but now he does after a win off a body and back into the crease. Church looking into the near wall, waiting. Tadashi Makuta. In now comes Owen McCauley. Gets it over top. Simon Reed helps that down to the corner. It'll ricochet back, though, to Richardson. Richardson, nice pass. Nolan Jorgensen had a goal yesterday. He'll drive to the outside lane, has to peel back in the corner, looking to duck underneath of Tyler Spalton, the leading scorer, or one of the leading scorers. He's just 1 goal behind Church. That shot on, and Vendrasco keeps the legs together. That ball falls into his pad. Now Spalton will lead the way, passes bench side. Quick up, this is Hudson Church. A shovel shot, and Richardson had to be sharp there. Ethan Wall, creative. Oben McIntyre gets through everybody. Lost the handle, though, with the pressure from the latest defender. Mason Streeter has it. Near side, gets the screen set, gets over top onto his wrong, and now down to the corner. Works his way back towards the middle as Chung has it. Trying to back his defender down. Wall did a good job with that, and he'll get it back now with Church going up the floor. Wall, and that just got a piece from Oben McIntyre. Certainly saved the chance, may have just saved a goal. Nice read there from McIntyre, and now Mason Streeter back into the offense. Drives on the smaller defender and goes right to the goaltender. Makes a stop, and they score on the rebound. No goal. They're going to wave it off. Josh Mills would appear to have a vendetta against any team wearing blue today. Waves off the game's opening goal. Would have been the first of the tournament as well for Christian Pasquarelli. Just call Mr. Mills the Grinch at this point. That shot goes wide. Good rebound, and Richardson sliding across. Got his stick down and denied Makuta his first of the tournament. Now Church is up the play. He'll get a breakaway in on Richardson, looking 5-hole, and it's on the line, but held out by Jones Richardson. Blues got to take care of this ball now. Hudson Church causing all sorts of chaos right now. Madden Church takes it near center, and White will get a fresh 30 to do some damage. Got Tyler Spalton now. Back up top to Hudson. Near side. That'll find McCully. Can't find a shooting lane. He just had one defender to drive on, though. I wonder if they want to go back over to Owen McCully. Here's Spalton. Loves to shoot the rock. Now McCully through the middle. Good motion, and Church puts it just off of the foot of Richardson. White putting on a clinic right now. Spalton gets the screen set. Shot was a howitzer. That didn't miss by much. Remains scoreless, though. 5.5 to play. Long pass ahead, looking for or reaching Owen Chung. Then he gets a bump from Spalton, and eventually the goaltender will collect. And Elijah Vendrasco just got a couple of saves under his belt here so far, but has remained perfect. Good adjustment from Spalton. He was about to pass it back over his defensive line. Remembered at the last second that would have been a back over call. Speaking of howitzers, there's a big release, but shot whistles wide, and Blue will go ahead. Isaac Bosma cuts back, stumbles, maintains his footing though. Backpedals away, sees an open man through the middle, and Vendrasco knocks that over to the far corner. McIntyre right on. Blue now getting a couple of resets, looking to hem in these defenders. 4.5 to play. Elijah Maglio gets it back up to McIntyre. Now high side for Streeter. He'll let the lefties do some work as that shot caught the outside of the post. Finally, White will be able to pick it up. That will deflect off a stick. Almost found its way into Blue's bench. Settled, though, nicely. Makuta absorbing some stick checks. Church looking back towards Makuta. He'll roll up high and feed Spalton. Spalton now to Reed. As the righty on the right side, just one lone lefty on and shooting was said lefty, Makuta. Couldn't dial it in, though. Now Spalton and Hudson Church teaming up on this back check. Good job to get through from Campbell. Up top, Nathan Heath-Watkins. He's going to drive through. Blue has yet to send a left-handed forward on, but now they do, and Owen McIntyre would be denied in tight, and White winds up taking a back-in call. So Blue looking for the game's opening goal, but pressing now as both teams have had some extended zone time. Blue decided to slow things down now. Heath-Watkins. McIntyre was knocked down, and it trickles in. Is that Owen McIntyre who got the last touch on it? Not much of a celebration from him, but it will indeed be a 1-0 game in favor of Blue as that one just trickles through Elijah Vendrasco. Give McIntyre now 2 on the tournament. He leads his team in loose balls with 13 through 2 games. Ensuing face-off. It'll roll all the way down to White's zone, and Isaac Bosma Good job to battle through some contact. He'll take some space near the half wall. There was a pick set, but didn't react in time. Instead, he'll look across the floor to Owen Chung on the swing pass. Chung going right at Madden Church, who protects that stick nicely. Fires that out of the reach of Spalton off the end board. Spalton trying to keep after it. Running a little interference here while the ball bounces among feet. Finally collected. Church got it towards the outside, and Richardson makes a nice save. Spalton went to goal, and he went airborne, but Lincoln Wall calls that a crease violation, and Blue will take it back with a little under 80 seconds to play in the first quarter. Nice set of hands from Talon Campbell. His bench liked that. Pass through on the money to Maglio. Back to Campbell. Campbell always with his hands ready to pass or shoot. That one right on, and then he throws a hit. Loose ball is there and thrown on goal. Vendrasco makes a pair of saves in quick succession. Now Tyler Spalton has it. 45 to go in the quarter. He'll protect. He sees Mason Smith closing in on him. Swings across over to Church. Maglio keeps him towards the outside. Now Wall. Across, right on, shot is between the legs of Richardson. White evens the score with less than 30 seconds to go. Ten seconds on. If one of these teams can grab the loose ball quickly, there's enough time to go to the goal just once. They do. Here comes McIntyre. He's knocked off his path. Still able to get the shot towards the goal, but winds up off the mark, and we will wind up even 1-1 through 12 minutes of action, and we'll return for the second quarter. Coming up next. On to quarter number two, even at 1. The goals coming from Oban McIntyre and Tadashi Makuta. And a chance early on as Blue would be denied by Vendrasco. Another save in tight right off the opening face-off of the second. Now here's Mason Smith. A late addition for Team Blue. Playing against his former team, Vendrasco, one of those former teammates in goal. Nice pass up to Madden Church. Church with 6 goals through 2 games. Hoping for the return pass. He gets it. He shoots it. Richardson again down to his knees. And he has that advantage in terms of size. He can drop down to the butterfly and still take away the upper portion of the goal. And now he uses his reach to reach out of his crease and pick up that ball. Send a long bomb ahead. That connects with the aforementioned Smith. Smith wants to run. Forced into the corner. Nice toe drag to work his way behind the goal. And now he'll spin off of the pressure. Gets around the corner. Back up to McIntyre. Has the only blue goal so far. He'll dish across to Mason Streeter, who puts that one on net. Vendrasco with the save, and Isaac Bosma digs that free. It rolls towards the middle, and Blue wants to get that back to the perimeter. Mason Smith has it on the fresh 30. Again, wanted that downhill drive. Now he'll shoot. Vendrasco read that the entire way. And spinning is Madden Church. There's that stretch feed. Cruz Elliott has to settle for just knocking it down. Couldn't quite retain. And now a loose ball battle ensues in the corner. Goes in favor of White. Couple of spins there from Elliott before Richardson picks it up. Another long one ahead. Maglio is going to pick it up towards the middle. McIntyre is there. Deflects that off the high portion of his stick, and it'll be picked up by Pasquarelli. He scored in the first quarter, but it was disallowed by referee Josh Mills. Remember that name. It was Josh Mills who waved off the Christian Pasquarelli goal. Now Wall. Church comes up and sets the screen. Spalton gets up top. He'll spin with one hand. Tries to jump over the defenders, but he's out-muscled. Chung decides to peel off to the bench. Ronan Sutherland, 1-on-3, got through everybody, and he's at the tail end of his shift as well. He'll change. Mason Smith is back on and with possession as well. Space being cleared right now. Smith thinking about the shot. Lane opened up, but just fired it past the post. Now Streeter had a couple more seconds on the clock than I think he realized. Wound up just firing it wide of the goal. Now both Churches are up in the play. Hudson and Madden. This is Hudson though, in front. Madden denied by the shoulder of Richardson. He backs his way to safety, but throws it all the way down. And Vendrasco thinking about coming out of his crease. Decided against it at the last second. Now here comes Harding. Madden. Behind him was Bolton. Now Hudson. Back across to Madden Church. Drives down low on Smith, but Smith recovered with a good stick check. Knocked the ball out of play. Last touching the stick, though, of Church. And with one hand, that'll be picked up by Mason Streeter. Gets around Church. Taking a peek towards the bench. He'll get it over to Smith, who wants to change here. Just waiting for some fresh legs to come on. Right on cue, Elijah Maglio stepped onto the floor. Fake pass down low. Dolson now gets it on the roller. Maglio, a backhander. Hope and a prayer. That one doesn't work out. Now Madden Church. So he'll get a breather for now. Tyler Spalton back on. 5 goals through 2 games. Ethan Wall shoots around the screen, send the defender down to his rear end, and Blue will pick it up. Got to be careful here, though. There's lots of pressure coming specifically from Cruz Elliott. Open McIntyre, like a bull in a china shop, shoulder down, goes through everybody, and they're able to turn into a shot on goal, but Vendrasco able to keep his stick down, and then McIntyre swept through the crease. 6.5 to play. Nice set of hands there. Tadashi Makuta with White's goal. Rolls back door. Ball was dropped though, and Smith able to pick it up. Slowing things down. Got to be mindful of the timeline here. Oh, so casual with his entry into the offensive zone. Halfway through the shot clock now for Blue. Smith gets a screen set topside, decides to drive low. Nice pass in front, shot on, scores! Wyatt Dolson, first of the tournament on a beautiful pick and roll with Mason Smith. Blue now back in front. Remember, White had the late heroics from Tadashi Makuta. Might we see some more of that? Blue's got too many on the floor right now. Now they recover, and Mason Streeter will go to the face-off dot against Madden Church. Streeter has possession. Gets it down low to Nathan Heath Watkins. Now Campbell. Back up top, Maglio on his wrong side. Dishes behind the goal. Streeter has it. Does he want the dunk? He tries it, and there was room in the top corner. But Vendrasco with the last second just got a molecule of his jersey on it. That'll roll in front. Harding crashes the crease. Richardson still able to make the save, and now Talon Campbell mishandled it. It'll be taken back by Wall. Gets the check from Streeter. Wall protecting. One hand, he'll spin away. Lobs across to the lefties. Fake shot. And they'll work behind the goal. Wall is open at the near side. A dunk at this end now, and that'll also be denied. Nathan Heath Watkins wisely takes it to the corner while his team is changing. Now he'll change himself as McIntyre draws a penalty. He wants the shot, a jumper. That'll be denied. Goaltender to the bench for the extra attacker, but Ethan Wall picks it up, and we're going to see our first power play of the game, and that's going to go to Team Blue. Chance now to double up on the lead. Here is the man who drew the penalty. Owen McIntyre's got a goal in this game. Wants to help, at the very least, set up another. He's going to run quarterback on the man advantage. Gets the pass back up top. Not a lot of room to shoot with the high penalty killers closing the gap. McIntyre will set the screen for Smith. Now down low to the middle. Nice retention by Owen Chung. Don't think he realized that pass was coming, though, and eventually now the Church boys will lead the way shorthanded with Spalton, who stumbles. And he'll have to go back as the penalty clock winds down to 1:25. That's up, but bounced a little too early for the liking of Mason Smith. He has to settle with just pressuring now, while Tyler Spalton has it behind the goal, working his way forward through the middle. And the pass is good, collected by the much taller Cruz Elliott. So he's got the size advantage on pretty well everybody. Does he want to go to the goal shorthanded? Tries the shot from a tough angle. It's off the corner boards, and that's going to be a back over against Team White. McIntyre chasing it down. He's quickly up into the offense. Does he want to go? He'll fake the shot, protecting that stick, and hits the trailer coming off the bench in Nolan Jorgensen. McIntyre now will change. Here's Smith. He's been out for the whole power play so far. Jorgensen will shoot on. Vendrasco with an easy save there. Now 28 seconds left in the penalty and just under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Spalton gets away from Smith with one hand. He'll swim over top as well. Campbell doing a good job there. And now here's Bosma with a break on the power play. Denied in tight. Vendrasco sort of stacked the pads. It'll all count the same as a save, though. And now White can go back even strength. Emmett Bolton makes his way back to the offense. Shovel shot goes wide. Bolton couldn't find the rebound. It'll go back over center, and Blue already had a couple of players over center. Unable to pick up the loose ball, though, in time. Those numbers have been negated. Up top to Streeter, winds and fires. That was wide of the goal and into Blues bench. Bobby Kidd III in disgust throws the ball back into play. 50 seconds remaining. Blues still in front, 2-1. This is around when White was able to tie the game in the first quarter. Wall, and he scores! Just like they did in the first. White keeps things close all the way through before they strike late. And Ethan Wall gets his first of the tournament to even the score at 2. Came into this game with 3 assists through their 2 games played so far, and now has got one over the line for the first time in the Winter Box League. He'll stay out for the faceoff. It's batted away from him. Church had a chance to make a play on it. Now Hudson will, and he tries to pass that down to the corner. Look out as Wall takes a couple of hits with one hand on his stick. McIntyre leaps to collect, and he'll throw it blindly over his shoulder all the way down the floor. Just like we ended the first, we'll end the second even, but the score now is 2-2 heading towards the second half. Backing away for the start of quarter number 3. It's even at 2-2. Maybe that's not the case anymore as it's off the post and in. Talon Campbell, 4th of the tournament, and Blue reclaims the 1-goal advantage. That start was so quick, even the refs were hardly there in time. Campbell has been a man on a mission for this group. 3 goals through 2 games coming into this one. That'll give him his 4th already. He'll take sole possession of the team lead in goals. And now he's going to have to defend with White looking to tie this game. In both of the first 2 quarters, they've trailed for pretty well the entirety of it until the final minute where they find some late quarter heroics. One in the first from Tadashi Makuta and one in the second from Ethan Wall. That shot on, and there's a nice save for new goaltender Dexter Robinson, who comes in for the second half of this game, giving Jones Richardson a bit of a breather. At the other end, we got a change as well. So Elijah Vendrasco's evening is done. Owen Delmare's night has just started. 29 saves through 2 games played for Owen Delmare. And he'll make the play on the ball, firing that across bench side. We're already a couple of minutes into the third quarter. Church boys right back on together, diving across. Is that going to count? No, Lincoln Wall waves it off. Unbelievable. Connor Robinson wants to throw the flag. These are hybrid NLL rules, but I don't think there are challenges allowed. Just getting word in my ear right now from our producers. That is confirmed. As Delmare launches that ahead towards Church. Oh, it's a friendly bounce off the defender's stick. Church, and alone, scores! Well, they don't need the challenge. Hudson Church shows off his hands. That fake was outrageous. And absolutely sells out Dexter Robinson. Even now at 3, and White can try to take the lead here. There was a penalty called after the goal. So now White is going to get a chance on the power play to take their first lead. All they've been able to do is tie the game. That may change now depending on how they play this. But Blue always threats to go to the goal, and now Owen McIntyre has drawn another penalty. So it's going to be even at 4-on-4. McIntyre couldn't settle down the pass, and that was a short-lived White power play. It'll be a cross-check. And now we're going to see that space open up here. 8.5 to play in the quarter. McIntyre, who drew the penalty, once again going to start off the possession. Blue has too many on the floor, and now they're going to get a penalty. It was supposed to be 4-on-4. Head coach Bobby Kidd III must have just fallen asleep on the bench. Oh no, they're going to wave off the penalty and just say play on. Have these guys ever ref before? It's prison rules out here right now. Blue comes up with possession. 4-on-4 will remain. Legged up by Mason Streeter. He'll throw one across the crease, somehow staying out. A spinning shot that goes off the outside of the post. Oh, they got to get control of this game. Unbelievable stuff in the forum right now. Robinson to the bench. So now it will be a Blue power play. Limited time, though, as the clock continues to run here. 7.5 to play. We'll see if we get an explanation. Another cross-checking call, and it's going to go to White. So White was about to be on the power play on an illegal substitution call that gets waved off after it was already called. If I'm Connor Robinson, I am furious with this officiating crew right now. McIntyre wants it back up top. He'll get it on the swing. Blues penalty is over. It's a 2-man advantage now for 25 seconds. Tyler Spalton picks it up in his crease. He'll swim around the first bit of pressure. Lost possession. It's knocked down. McIntyre has a partial break here. Numbers for Blue down to the crease. Back to McIntyre. Runs out of room. Again, there's a man open and a massive save from Delmare. And he makes another one as that ricochets high off the glass. Winds up out of play. First White penalty is done. Down to a 5-on-4. Shot wide. That'll ricochet back over. So White's going to get the free clear, shorthanded for another 60 seconds, but the game remains tied at 3-3. Madden Church feeds up the wall. Fresh onto the floor now. Rocco Malika will get it down to the near side corner. Owen McCulley is forced wide. 39 seconds left in the Blue power play. It'll roll back towards center. Cruz Elliott broke out the 5-iron and just swung that deeper into the corner. McIntyre will drop a hand. He wants to go. He'll feed across the floor. Shot denied by the stick of Delmare, and no rebound to show either. No one to pass to, so he'll play a bit of catch with Dexter Robinson. He's got to be careful. He winds up making a save off the end boards. Penalty is about to expire. Blue will touch down over center, and we'll go back to even strength. Nathan Heath-Watkins couldn't catch it. Harding out of the box, back into the play. Feed down to Maglio, couldn't handle it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. All the way across to Mason Smith. Smith gets the matchup defender, Makuta. That shot is on. Delmer dancing around in his crease, couldn't find the loose ball. Blue will, however, and get a fresh 30. Maglio has it. 4.5 to play. Pass across, there was a big collision through the crease, and that got through, it's gonna count. A trickler through Delmer, and Blue back in front by 1. It'll be Landon Leung. Came into this game with zeros across every statistical category until now. Saving the best for last. And Leung right now has his team in front by 1 as Josh Mills takes a slash in the calf. Referees under fire here as well. And you know what? Maybe rightfully so after some of the calls that have gone on, or lack thereof, I should say. Scores! 2-goal lead for Blue. Ronan Sutherland gets into the mix with his second of the tournament. Depth would be the word I'd use to describe this team Blue right now, as 5 goals on the board from 5 different scorers. Sutherland, Dolson, McIntyre, Leung, and Campbell. But White has been able to score some late ones in each quarter coming into this one as well. So Church will feed down low. Maybe they'll find some more late heroics. Robinson with the stop, and he'll hang on for a whistle. Quick to get that up to his forehand, and a good bit of hands from Smith. His pass, though, was not as good. Bosma has to take it from the bounce and look back towards Smith. Shows off his hands here to make sure this ball stays on the right side of center. Gets the matchup of Hudson Church. Smith's shot goes wide. He'll get like 4 feet of air to be able to knock that pass down, but now it's towards center. White had a chance to go on a fast break. Harding couldn't settle it. Now he's got 2:25 on the clock. Look out, didn't see Smith coming from his blind side with a swinging stick. White still with possession, though, is Spalton. Gets the matchup, and now we're going to get an interference call. Harding went straight into his defender. Blue loves that. They're making sure to let Harding hear about it. Keith Watkins, got to get this over, gives it away. Harding might get the last laugh. He's got a breakaway. He'll shoot on, and Robinson with a big save. Harding wants another chance. He'll shoot. That didn't get through. Church can't handle the rebound. 1:40 left in the quarter. Madden Church with it. Pinned, though, by Mason Streeter. Before it gets knocked over to the far corner, back behind the goal for Church. We've seen a couple of dunks in this game. Does Church want another chance? No. Harding whistles one off the corner boards. But right now, all the talk in this building is Dexter Robinson staring down Harding. Now Oben McIntyre gets it across to Streeter. Those two will switch places. Lefties will go to work now into the final minute of the third. McIntyre protecting his stick. He'll shoot on. Delmer got the shoulder out. Found the rebound as well. Quick hands for that goaltender wearing white. Up to Spalton. Heard some footsteps, though. Talon Campbell went right towards him, and now Robinson stumbled. He's got to get back to his crease. Spalton finds it from the corner. He'll dive and shoot it wide. Robinson came out to challenge, and he tries again. Blue has possession in their own zone. It's Oben McIntyre with 27 seconds. A big head fake. Everybody in the arena bid on that. Oben McIntyre to the corner, across one more, low shot. Delmer swept his stick across the 5-hole, kept his team within 2. Back towards center, close to too many men. Officials say play on, and now Lincoln Wall is going to call a late penalty. Well, now it's going to be Josh Mills with his arm up, and there's going to be a power play in favor of White to start off the final quarter. Interesting decision again. Bobby Kidd doesn't like it, but it will indeed be the call, and we'll bring you all this action continued into the fourth quarter when we return. Well, if you've missed any of the action here from the previous three quarters, have you ever missed a lot? But the important thing that you need to know right now is that Blue has a 5-3 lead over Team White with 1 quarter to play, but it's White with an early power play after a partially confusing call from the officials at the tail end of the third quarter. Winds up as an illegal substitution against Blue. Now Wall, Spalton, he's got Church down in the corner. Wall sets a screen for Spalton and a big kick stop, and that rebound shot goes well over the goal. There's a penalty killer down onto the floor. It's Mason Smith. Looks up, takes a number. Launched way over top of a leaping Oben McIntyre, and Delmare will come out of his crease and send it up to Spalton. Spalton gets the call from Church, so he sends the pass. Now back in front, Wall. A good stick check, though, took away that chance. Penalty clock winds down to 60 seconds. Robinson kept his legs together and made a save. Wall can't settle down the bouncing ball. Now Church can. So he escapes towards the outside. Both Churches on for this power play. Wall with a subber right on, and Robinson with another stop. Now Robinson almost mishandled it out of his crease. He's got that stick way over top of anybody and decides to try to get a dump and chase going, but Delmare comes out of his crease, knocks that down. Church to Church, across the crease, shot on Robinson, another save. No relation to head coach Connor Robinson of Team White, but equally as clutch is this goaltender. Knocked ahead now, a chance for Jorgensen. He's got a shorthanded break, in alone off the shoulder of Delmare. It rolled up, but it stayed out, and now the penalty is over. Harding can't knock it down. McIntyre will. He'll run through Church. Knocked down from behind. That's going to be a penalty. Harding doesn't like it, so it'll be batted down. Heath Watkins had a chance on it, and Harding will pick it up. And it will be a Blue power play now. And a chance to double up on the lead now and make this a 6-3 game. Once again, you can just feel the energy in the building. Mason Smith will start off at the point. He's got McIntyre at the shooter. They'll play a bit of catch up top. Now to the near side, back up top. Smith. McIntyre. He'll get up top, and that's going to be an interference call. Smith doesn't like it, but McIntyre's got to put the ball down. Right down low. They're a quarter of the way through this penalty as that pass to the middle. Missed the target. This one is on, and Church is knocked down. We're going to see 4-on-4, and Robinson in frustration throws the ball down the floor. Could have been a delay of game, but it will just be one penalty, and it goes against Blue. So 4-on-4 for the next 55 seconds. Church looking 5-hole, denied by Robinson. Now McIntyre feels like he's played every second of this fourth quarter, trying to get through both of the Churches. He will, over center, takes a hit to make a play and wound up leaving the ball behind. Now he'll get some help from Pasquarelli. Now it's a chance for Wall. He's got a step. Church sets a screen. Ethan Wall off the crossbar. Rebound to Church. What a save by Robinson. Wall shielding. Now Spalton knocked out of his stick. Wall got it back. A low shot towards the 5-hole. Robinson is not going to let that go through. Church looking for another chance, and he puts it wide. Robinson may have caught a piece. 7 minutes to play. Campbell sees a man open, and Pasquarelli. Church takes it back for White. 45 seconds on this White power play. Church, nice pass through, and Robinson with another big stop. He loves that long pass. It works in his favor. Ronan Sutherland has a goal in this game. And now he'll try to kill the remaining 24 seconds of this penalty. Sees a roller down low. The pass was into the midsection of Owen Chung. He couldn't settle it down. Now Spalton. It's a 3-on-1 for White, looking to cut the lead down to 1, and Robinson's going to have none of that. 6:15 on the clock. Robinson from his crease drags it back in, and Blue with a massive kill. Now Smith is out of the box. He'll get the pass. He's got Wall on his back. Smith is denied by Delmare. What a goaltending duel. Delmare with another stick save. Bosma gets the loose ball on his wrong side, and he's being watched by Spalton. Mason Smith has it again. Pass is good. Maglio will shoot, and is it in? No, it somehow stayed out. Delmare was sliding across the line, may have reached back with his glove, and Blue scores on the dunk. Isaac Bosma. Another nice set of hands there as he sold Delmare on the fake to the glove side, and just as the goaltender looked over his shoulder, that's when Bosma came back across, and Blue with their largest lead of the game now with very limited time remaining. Referee appears to be in the way. That shot is over the goal. Robinson crashed into, but it looks like there's a Blue penalty coming up. Fake shot by Makuta. He'll pass down low, and they score! Who needs the power play? The penalty is waved off, and White gets one back. It's once again a 2-goal deficit. Cruz Elliott, I believe, just hammers that home. So the same thing could be said now for White, as is the case for Blue. 4 goals for Team White from 4 different scorers. maybe a fifth, as Madden Church hasn't got one yet. He'll shoot off the post. Another. He's hit iron a couple of times as Smith has got Harding on his back. Gets a slash off. Smith shoots and scores. What a shot. And he'll go high into the glass. Just like that, the 3-goal lead goes back in favor of Blue. Mason Smith has been all over the floor for Team Blue this evening. Looks like he'll get a breather for a shift. Now and on the ensuing face-off, they score again. Blue out of nowhere. Floodgates may have just opened up. Sutherland gets his second of the game. Now Church gets run into before he could pick that up. McIntyre dropping his shoulder. His pass across is intercepted by Hudson Church. He's got Madden going up the floor. Makuta in stride. Dishes over to Elliott. He'll go behind, thinking about the dunk now himself. And winds up touching down in the crease. It's going to be possession Blue. McIntyre loves to run the entire length of the floor. This time he makes the easy play. Nathan Heath-Watkins waits for the defender to come towards him. Winds up topside with 8 to shoot. A soft pass over to Pasquarelli. Couldn't knock it down. Then his stick is slashed out of his hands. Wall leaves for Church. That pass missed Harding. Couldn't take it on the first chance. The clock goes down to 90 seconds, and Blue had a defender knocked down. Pasquarelli is going in to try to help Streeter, who got back up, still with possession. Running through Wall, but left the ball in Wall's stick. Streeter throws a hit. Wall tries to scoop that over to Church. There's 3 Blue defenders pinning Church along the boards. Almost came out with it as well. Heath-Watkins finds some space at the near side. Throws it all the way down. Leung looked the wrong way though. Takes it off the glass. Blue needs to get some help on. There's under a minute to play. They can ice this game here as Church goes and throws a hit. Simon Reed throws a bouncer. Harding finds that. Pass across. Spalton, who was on his wrong side, goes to the goal and shovels one on. Robinson having absolutely none of that. Now Chung has a man off the bench. Chung wants to shoot. Delmer gets a save again, and now 20 seconds go down on the clock. Blue is going to win this game, but White's got a chance, or they have time for one more chance. Spalton angled off by Sutherland. Feed to the corner, now back up top. Bolton towards the crease. It's deflected on. Robinson will make one final save and throw it all the way down to close things out. 8-4 the final score, and Blue continues their dominance, 3-0 over Team White. Thanks for joining us for another one here at the Winter Box League, brought to you by Pro Caliber Lacrosse. You've been watching Pro Caliber Media, and we'll see you on the next one.